Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast, episode 510. I am your host, Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Charlie. Oh, excuse me, Charlie. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, I'm doing good, guys. How we doing?
I just had pizza rolls and I burped at the same time as saying your name, and I apologize for that. Late night snacks here. All right. What is up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Gloria?
Hey.
Okay, so I didn't get your take on Last Christmas. So I don't know if you guys know my take on it, but I'm going to go with Charlie.
I haven't had a chance to hear your take on it yet.
All right. Want to hear my take? Okay. Do you want me to hear my take, or listen to you? I already did a podcast on it.
Whatever way you want to go. Whatever way you want to go. I'll start with saying though that I want to watch it without commercials because I watch the BBC America feed.
Okay.
So.
I wasn't looking forward to it going into it. I wasn't like, oh my God, I have to find a way to see it like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock while everybody saw it overseas. I was with family doing things for Christmas, you know. I saw it at night with Sharon here, and upon first viewing, I hated it. But then I says, no, wait a minute. I want to be able to enjoy it on my laptop, you know, without commercials, but like you said. And I watched it, and I didn't think, I gave it a 6. I wasn't really crazy with it because I don't like Moffat's trend with Series 8 and then the Christmas special and the finale and everything. Like, 1 minute he'll be with his kids, with school, with Forest of the Night, and it'll be like a class trip thing. Then you got like dead bodies coming to life with Cybermen. Then you got Christmas, but then that's like Aliens meets Inception, meets The Thing, meets Miracle on 34th Street. And I just kind of felt it was a bit much having Santa Claus involved with Aliens and Inception and Dreams. I start thinking that Moffat's completely lost his friggin' mind when I start seeing that. I actually thought that he's running out of ideas because what he did was he did the origin of the Weeping Angels and the Silence, and he twisted it where before it says don't blink, you can't look away, you got to look at the angels, right? And then the silence with the memory that you can't remember the silence, right? Well, here it's like the reverse. You can't look at them. Like the Weeping Angels, you have to look at them. You can't look at them, and then if you think about them, then they come after you, which is the reverse of you can't remember the silence at all. So it's like his own creations reversed into another creation, okay? He's really wearing it thin, as far as I'm concerned, with... I can't hear you, Gloria. Oh, she's muted. Okay. I thought she was talking to me.
I was just.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be like, no, Matrixlord, you're wrong. No. Don't you say that. Okay. So, I think he's just really... Obviously, Moffat's watching movies because he's watching movies and then he's writing scripts. And then I'm like, oh, the guy must have watched Miracle on 34th Street, The Thing, Inception. He probably saw Inception for the first time, probably never saw it before. And now it's like, oh, let me just do who Inception. Instead of the top spinning, it's the tangerine at the end. And it's like, is he in a dream or he's not in a dream? And then he has to explain it after the thing comes out, which is even worse, because if you have to explain it, that means nobody knows what the hell you're doing. So I gave it a 6. It wasn't it's just passing, only because there's a few things in there that I really liked with the pulling of the cracker and all that stuff and her staying. But other than that, it was just passing. Number 6. What do you have to say, Charlie?
I thought it was a good episode. Yeah, you kind of have to explain it after it, I guess, because there's a lot of are they in the dream, are they not in the dream stuff going on there. Whereas, in other episodes, you know it's kind of A to B. Where here it's A to B, or A to C, back to B, over to D. They used so many dream states in this episode, but the episode I thought was good. I thought the use of Santa Claus was kind of ingenious in how they used him as a
Right.
as you would say, a figment of your imagination. He was a oracle in their dreams.
Right. Dream construct. Yeah, that was pretty good. What did you rate it?
I rated it a 9, but I want to watch it again without commercials.
That's the best way to do it, bro. Best way to do it.
Yeah, I had to wait, and I was waiting for a buddy of mine to come over, and we were going to watch it, but he never. So I ended up watching the BBC America feed, which was an hour and a half. Holy crap, with commercials!
Right.
Like, unbelievable. Every
That's
time.
what I said too. I was like, oh.
Every 2 minutes, I was on the chat with Connor, and every 2 minutes towards the end, it was a commercial.
It's insane.
He told me at one point, "Oh, you got about 5 minutes left." That dragged out 20 minutes.
They do that all the time, bro. They do that all the time.
Oh, I know, but it was worse for this episode. Every 2 minutes.
Okay, Connor.
Actually, just before I go into my review, you know that you said you thought that the Dream Crabs were a mix between the Weeping Angels and the Silents.
Right.
The original villains were supposed to be the Weeping Angels.
Really?
Yeah. And then they decided to go with a new villain, the Dream Crab. So,
that would explain why.
yeah. That
Called
explains
it. Called
Yeah.
it on that one.
why.
I got you, Moffat. Silly Moffat. Silly Moffat. I got you, Moffat. I got you.
But yeah, I liked it. The first time I watched it, I was confused. I literally left the episode feeling more confused than ever with any other episode ever before. It was just ridiculously confusing.
Right.
And then I watched it a second time, and then I started to get into the story. I started to understand it a bit more. And then I thought that Nick Frost was amazing as Santa.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't expect him to be that good, but he was really good. Capaldi was brilliant as ever. Jenna, one of the worst. I thought it was one of the worst of the series.
I would say
It's definitely not one of the best.
it wasn't her best. It wasn't her best.
No, she was a bit dull.
She was.
Yeah. Shona, Faye Marseille, she's definitely coming back.
Is she?
Yeah, she's gonna come back. We're gonna see her back. There's no way that they're gonna leave her like that, because they went too much into a story in her background and stuff. Her backstory that I don't think they're gonna leave her.
She's not gonna be a companion.
I think she's gonna be in Series 9 as a companion. Still.
Yeah.
Even though I expected her to come as a companion in the Christmas special, but yeah, I think we're gonna see her again. Michael Troughton.
It was confirmed that she was back for the whole season.
Well, yeah, obviously
Jenna
Jennifer
Louise Coleman is full. She's going to become the longest-running companion in Doctor Who.
Yeah, by 3 episodes. 3 episodes more than Karen. But Michael Troughton, what a waste. What did he do apart from eat a turkey leg?
I said the same thing in my cast the other night. I said, you get this guy on there and all he's doing is eating.
Yeah. And
It's
then
the same thing like David Warner.
yeah, the other two as well. Natalie Comedy and what's her face, Maureen Batey or whatever. Waste of character, did nothing. Why bother having them there? The one that was most developed out of all of them was Shona, which is why I think also she's going to come back as a companion.
Right.
But other than that, I really like the villains actually. It was a bit like Amy's Choice, and they were a bit like the Weeping Angels, as you said, but I liked them.
I tell you, when I first saw him wake up by the lava thing, or whatever, I said to myself, okay, Clara's going to be right next to him, and the finale never happened.
That's connected with Dark Water. I'm sure there's something in that. I don't think that's a reuse of set, because that's too obvious. But yeah, I thought the elves were so annoying.
So he was sleeping ever since the finale, because Santa came to the TARDIS.
You could say so. But I think it's somehow connected. But yeah, like I was saying, the elves were annoying. But I thought the best part of the episode was the ending. I mean, I've never felt so upset at an ending where it's actually ended on a happy note. You know,
When
seeing
you
an
were
old
upset,
Clara.
you were upset that it ended where it was happy.
No, like seeing an old Clara and stuff.
Yeah,
And
that
like
was
seeing
upsetting.
that relationship between how the Doctor suddenly realised that, she's been waiting 62 years for him. It's just that kind of has an effect on you.
Yeah, it does.
She almost can't live without the Doctor now. I think he's too much in her life.
Okay, now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Gloria. First, we're going to talk with Gloria, and then I'll talk what I have to say.
About what? About what particularly?
About Last Christmas.
Well, I said, I said what I thought about it on your last podcast. But yeah, I rewatched it, and it grew on me a little more. And that sometimes happens, it grows on you. I like it a little more. I still am upset about Danny.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. I don't want him dead. I wish he could come back. But if it really did happen, if he is, I mean, it did happen. He really is dead. So I mean, they ended it in a way that kind of is satisfying for me because they sort of got to say goodbye, in a way, and had that and stuff. So I mean, yeah, it was kind of cliche and mushy and all that kind of thing, but I like that it was kind of heartwarming, kind of sad. It made me cry, everything. But and then the Doctor not wanting to help them, that upset me. Again, another thing of him being detached, kind of like he's protective of her and wants to help her, but when it comes to the others, and I'm thinking about that one. What was her name? The blonde one, the one that was questioning Santa.
Shania.
Yeah, could she be the next companion after Clara? Because it kind of, her, checking off the thing on the paper, it shows that a lot of, there's stuff around her, in her life,
She's going to be a companion with Clara, I think, and then maybe forward in Series 10.
Yeah, because it said forgive Dave or something, so it's showing you a little bit of
who's
her.
Dave? It's
surrounding her character.
Yeah, it's a Missy kind of mystery, I think, that Dave. Yeah. And I think she's connected with Missy. Because is it a coincidence that they both worked in a shop? And the fact that Missy was the woman in the shop. And obviously, Jonah works in a shop.
Her boss. Maybe she worked at the same.
So did Rose Tyler work in a shop, but...
Yeah.
Got it.
Big link.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. There is a possibility that General Louise Coleman was always staying, and that her contract to renegotiate would be with Series 10. Now, the whole thing is that while we're looking at Series 9, it could be set in stone that she's going to be in Series 10 as well. Because Peter Capaldi absolutely loves her as a companion. And he's happy.
And she loves him.
Yeah,
he was the reason why she stayed.
I am going to say that if she leaves, the way I would write it, like I said it on the cast with Hayden, I would just make her the head of Torchwood. And have a whole new Torchwood while Captain Jack is absent. And you could have Mickey, you could have Martha, and they could have a whole thing with the Defenders of the Earth. Because she would have to have some type of similar role in order for her to leave the Doctor.
Yeah.
Or something would have to happen to her. And I don't want to see her die or get zapped back in time by angels. She would have to be either that or defending some planet or being with the Emperor or something weird where she would have to be a leadership role.
I don't think Torchwood is a good fit for Clara.
We're talking a whole new Torchwood.
I think she'd be good as like a journalist that goes into supernatural.
She's not Sarah Jane Smith. She's not a
No,
journalist.
I know that she doesn't have to be like Sarah Jane Smith, but I think that kind of suits her.
But one that's like where she's able to travel, because her dream was to travel. I mean, she did say when she was an old lady, she said, "I got to travel," and all that.
Well,
So
she
yeah,
had the
she
book,
taught.
all the places to see, like she was
Yeah.
little.
In Bells of St. John, yeah.
And
So-
then in the as an old lady, she said she taught in a lot of different places, like 'cause she's a teacher and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I mean, that was of course a dream. It wasn't really real, but in that dream, she did all that stuff. So
Right.
It goes back to the book, though. She had up to age 9, and then it jumped to age 12. So age 9, she didn't believe in fairy tales anymore.
Yeah, she stopped believing in Santa at age 9.
so we got the answer to that. Why the 9 wasn't there?
Well, the 9 was there, but the 10 and 11 weren't there.
10, 11.
That's right. Gotta pull that up again to see it.
Yeah.
And I think what was the teenage one? The number for the teenage one that was missing? Wasn't it 16? I think it was.
I gotta go back and read it. Yeah. Wait, okay. Yeah. So I think that's how she's gonna leave. I'm praying that Osgood still comes back. I'm praying that Danny Pink comes back, and that's how she'll end it off. But I have a feeling she may stay around longer than Series 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Even if she appears once in Series 10 or something, I honestly believe that her plans are a lot different than Matt Smith's. I think that she's comfortable, and happy, and getting a nice paycheck, and she's not going to leave. I don't think. So I mean, yeah, there'll come a time where there'll be movies, but I think that she's completely happy with staying where she's at.
Yeah, I don't think she has that ambition for that yet.
I mean, I'm sure she has ambition, but there's nobody she would risk her career to go out there right now.
Yeah.
Like she has to have signed to a big Marvel movie or something for order for her to leave, like where she has a big role. I mean, I know she was in Captain America as a little thing, but she would have to have a big, big role in order for her to leave.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so she ain't leaving. So I think we're going to see more of Clara's character. I think they're going to get away from the fact that she's going to save everybody and the Doctor and too much with his history. And I think we're going to go into Clara's history, like why she was always afraid of being abandoned.
We've already been into her history, though.
No, we're going to go deep into her history now, though. I think it's going to be like when she was left alone. Yeah, her mother died. Stuff like that. Maybe Missy has something to do with her mother. It's going to be, maybe Missy has to do with more than we thought. Like maybe Misty is integral into creating Clara in the first place. Maybe Missy created that leaf that fell into the guy's face that created Clara in the first place. So,
Dave! Oh, something just clicked. I saw somewhere that her father's name is Dave.
Dave, yeah. Dave Oswald.
Girl wrote on the thing, forgive Dave.
Shona's connected to Missy. I am absolutely sure of it.
Forgive Dave, I wonder.
And the dream crabs are something to do with the Nethersphere, and the dream state is the Nethersphere.
You think so?
I'm actually going to put that out there right now, and I also think that Shona's coming back as companion. I'm going to put all that out there.
So are you saying that that's Clara's father's ex-girlfriend, and that if she forgives Dave, then Clara's never born?
I don't think ex-girlfriend, but Shona knows. I think Shona's connected to Missy, who knows more about Clara than we know.
But she may be in a different time period.
Who knows?
Than Clara.
Or maybe she's like Clara's sister, or like no, she was
Clara's daughter.
Or something like that.
Or
well, there's also that line on that sheet that says that her father comes around, or
yeah, Dad comes round.
Yeah, no, it can't be a different time period because she said she's going to watch Game of Thrones on the sheet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it says Thrones Marathon, so
yeah. Watch Thrones.
That could be, you know.
But her father's name.
He's
I
Dave.
noticed that
Yeah.
just when we were
Yeah.
talking about falling into Dave's face. I remember Dave, his name, and then I'm remembering it clicked. Like, that's what she marked off, like, forgive Dave.
It could be another Dave, though. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be.
Sometimes a Dave's just a Dave.
Yeah, true.
When I watch it again, I'll try and figure out what like timeline she's in, because you could probably tell from whatever's around in her apartment. Although her apartment was a pigsty.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I was talking to Caroline before about, cause she was watching the Doctor Marathon. I was watching on and off. So I'm going to go off Last Christmas right now. I'm going to go all the way back to Series 5. Only because I'm still theorizing, and it just came to me, that Amelia Pond is the same thing like the engagement ring. She's the paradox. And I'll tell you why. When her parents went through the cracks, right, they were erased from existence, right? Never to be born, right, technically, or whatever, or something. But the child is still there. So they can't exactly be erased because the child is left behind.
Yeah.
So she is like the engagement ring. Like, as long as the engagement ring was around, she can still remember Rory. So as long as the child is still around, then the aunt will remember, hey, I have a brother, you know, or something. And timey-wimey is all screwed up. And then the TARDIS...
And that's why River was still to be able to be there, because even though her parents, her grandparents, Amy's parents were, you know, erased.
She's a complicated space-time event, like she said in Time Angels. And that is why the TARDIS went there right after he regenerated, because it went right to her, because she's like a major thing he has to solve.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing was, the way I would write it would have Amelia Pond, knowing that she has multiple memories from different alternate realities, you know, with her parents there, without her parents there, in that abandoned one where she killed Manacrovarian, whatever, I would feel that the Weeping Angels would not be able to zap her through time. That by zapping her in time, I would do a storyline where they would be dying off because she's not meant to be like that. Like, they would screw things up. But, I mean, I would do more with Amelia Pond's character. But anyway, Hayden, what's up, Hayden?
What's going on?
What's going on, bro? We're just talking about Doctor Who in general now. We got over our Last Christmas thing. Anything you want to say about, you know, the news that Clara is staying for a whole nother year?
No, thank you.
Not a fan, right?
No, thanks.
Of the companions with Matt Smith, I mean, did you like Amelia Pond? I know we went over this a million times.
Yeah.
Amy Pond.
She was alright. I could have, pretty average. I don't know.
So, what are you looking for in a companion? Do you think,
Bit of kick up, you know, kick some ass for once.
Right.
Stop being such a boring school teacher. She's never used the internet before. What a freaking loser.
Well, that's the thing. The moment she went into the great intelligence thing, and she came back with his intelligence, and she became super smart, that's how she became like Oswin, you know, computer hacker genius.
You reckon she's got a Facebook account?
She didn't even know how to navigate the Facebook account. Remember? Because the kids said you don't even know how to navigate it.
Yeah.
They made fun of her.
She's a loser. Like Martha and Rose and Donna, they all were some mates, you know. She's got no friends except the kids.
That's true. She don't have any friends.
So really, if you knew Clara in real life, she would just be an absolute dork.
Right.
But well, there's plenty of space for dorks in the world.
Now, what do you think? Did you like Danny Pink?
Yeah, I did like Danny Pink actually. That was a wasted character.
Yeah.
They should have kept him on as the companion and killed her off.
Right.
Well, that's what I think anyway. Yeah, I did like Danny Pink.
And now, what do you think the future is going to hold? Like, why can't Moffat like bring back the Sea Devils or whatever? Like, why is it always?
They're the one villain I'm waiting for to come back, the Sea Devils.
Why can't he bring? It's always, and I'm watching the marathon past couple of days, and it's always Daleks, Cybermen, Master, Daleks, Cybermen, Master, Daleks. Unless until they had the great intelligence, but it was always the same thing, right? Why can't?
It literally
Why can't we get some Ice Warrior action? Why can't we get some Draconians action? Why can't we get some Sea Devils action? Why can't they just bring other villains back instead of creating new villains? Like, these villains that they're creating, we're never going to see again. You're never going to see the Dream Crabs again, because then it's going to be the same episode, because that's all it's going to be is the dream. You're never going to see any of the villains that they created again. You're not going to see the Whispermen back. You're not going to see the Great Intelligence from back in the day. But like half these people that he created, you're not going to see. You're not going to see the robot.
Well, he hasn't actually invented a good villain.
Well, Weeping Angels he did, and
yeah, but then he just went over the top. In the time of Angels, he just went completely over the top with them, and that was ridiculous. How they were snapping people's necks and stuff, and then, you know, that was just
well, I like that, though, but I didn't like with the Angels Take Manhattan. Like, that was just ridiculous. What was going on with that one? You know, with the Statue of Liberty and all that nonsense, but...
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know.
Why can't he just bring people back? Like, update them like the Ice Warriors. Let's give the Cybermen a break. Let's give the Daleks a break. You know, I know the Missy's the hot thing now, so let's keep Missy, but you know, let's go back into Doctor's past. Get maybe the Celestial Toymaker, the Monk, Meddling Monk. Let's do that.
Yeah, why not?
I would say.
Meddling Monk come back. I'd love to see the Meddling Monk, eh?
Yeah, or something. Somebody. Maybe Sutek. Maybe the Jaggeroth. You know, I mean, let's get these races back in there.
There's some cool villains in the classic series.
There's still more of Count Scorleone. You know,
why
not
the Ronnie back?
He don't want the Ronnie back. He doesn't like the Ronnie, I guess, or something, or whatever.
Basically, I think he thought the Ronnie was just a female master, so his way of doing that was making the master a female.
Correct. Yeah, because now you can't bring her back now. Unless you bring her back as a guy, and that would just totally be weird. So I think we're done with the Ronnie, totally. I mean, she's in audios. You know, hopefully we get... Now, another thing is, I talked about this in another cast with Gloria. Could they be doing the dream thing as a way to bring back the classic Doctors, where in the dream state they can be older, they could be overweight, they could be whatever, because they're in the dream state? And could Omega be in control of the dream state?
Possible.
You know, what do you think, Charlie? I mean, do you think Omega will return anytime soon?
I don't think he'll return. I'd like to see him return, but I don't think he'll return anytime soon. I don't think that's in their mindset. I don't think they, as much as you would like them to do stuff that the fans want, he ain't gonna do.
He won't. Well, he did say in the beginning of Series 8, who's the voice in the TARDIS? We never found that out. Well, maybe Madame Quaverian's going to appear again. So Moffat has said certain things, like, he wouldn't just say that just to say it. I mean,
out of Ronnie's mouth, doesn't he?
So many things have gone on that have gone to the wayside. The voice. I think the voice was supposed to be the Tessellect from the one episode there. Crap.
The Tesselector?
The
voice in the TARDIS?
Yeah, that guy and that what the heck was the name of that episode where they're
Let's Kill Hitler.
No, that's not that one. The funny looking the alien guy with the boxes.
Oh, the Power of Three.
Power of Three. That alien. His name. They were called the Tessellect. Not the Tessellect.
Oh, okay.
I think that was supposed to be them, but I don't know.
But do you see that Moffat, the way he explained it, it sounded like he's bringing Madame Quaverian back, and he was going to answer some questions. He hasn't really answered anything other than, who gave Clara the... Yeah.
So.
And there's got to be another reason, another meaning behind Silence Will Fall. I mean, that's just stupid that, there's going to be a faith change and, silence will fall. Like, we're going to worship the silence or whatever. That's just stupid.
That's the greatest song.
And then the silence said to her, confess to Clara. What was that about?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's like every time I rewatch that, I'm like, okay, yes, I know. They're supposed to have said that to everybody because they're, the confessional, like, priest or whatever. But
confess what?
Why, like, she looks away and then they just keep saying it and stuff. It's weird.
I would be happy if Davros returned.
Yeah.
With Peter Capaldi. Because that would really be awesome.
Awesome.
Like, Davros screaming at the Doctor, and Doctor screaming at Davros.
I want Jack back.
Jack, Captain Jack. Yeah, I could see him with Peter Capaldi. I could see Peter Capaldi screaming at him or something, or like...
Yeah, like Stephen Moffat said whenever he was still doing Twitter, he said some fan asked him about what would happen if Jack were to come back or whatever, and River, and he said that the Doctor would punch his lights out because he would be flirting with River. Or something like that.
That would be a cool thing.
But that would be funny. I could imagine a 12 doing that. I mean, I imagined it whenever I saw that first. I imagined 11 doing it, but I can imagine 12 doing it even more.
All right.
Because of the calling Santa Bill Weirdy.
Nothing ever came from his ring either. They covered up his ring to make it look weird or something. We don't
ring.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the point.
Brian.
Nothing came from that. So now, Moffat said that the next finale is going to be ridiculous. That he thought it up like a year ago.
So there's going to be a huge cliffhanger that no one expects.
Like no one expects. What the hell is that going to be?
Who knows?
That Clara's going to be like Romana or something?
But he always says it's going to be something no one expects, and it always turns out to be crap.
Technically, if Clara was on Gallifrey, to show which TARDIS to choose, she's a Gallifreyan. She's a time lady. She could probably regenerate into Romana and be Romana. Or something. I mean, that's one of her cells. Right? Technically. Maybe the Valiant will be appearing, and that will be the cliffhanger. The Valiant will come out of nowhere.
How many years do they have to go by between Big Finish having them and the TV series?
They had him last year, though. They had him with the trial of the Valiant.
That's what I mean. Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if there's a set period that they say he's in Big Finish now and you gotta wait.
Oh, that might be true, Charlie. Actually. That might be true.
Because they did the same thing with the Ronnie. Ronnie was they just had her come back in Big Finish.
Yeah, she can't use her for a couple of years, probably.
Maybe that threw Moffat off, and he couldn't use the Ronnie after that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, who knows?
I don't know. There he is.
Can you say that?
I see you. I see me on your screen. That's so weird.
Hello.
He's creating a paradox.
We're in a paradox.
I've plugged my camera into the computer.
Right.
So.
The size of that microphone, Jesus.
Yeah. Wait, let me just.
Compensating.
How do I? Yeah.
Modern Age Nerd.
I'll figure out where to put this.
Nerdtopia returns in 2015. I'll be like the voiceover. Yeah.
Figure out where to put this.
Yeah. Pretty cool. That's your whole studio set up?
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Wait, I gotta set it up to the camera somewhere. Give me a sec.
Look at me on the screen. Hey! Right out the way. That's pretty
I
cool.
just gotta put it somewhere.
What is the technology, right? I'll do the thing. I'll do the thing like Bells of St. John. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Yeah.
Don't cremate me.
Oh God, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy.
But I was talking to Sharon about that. She sticks up for Moffat. She says no. She says if the parents don't want the kids to see it, they don't let them see it. But I don't blame Moffat. She said he could go dark. I mean, everybody else goes dark. So I'm like, whoa, that was interesting. Yeah.
I would agree with that. I mean, TV shows shouldn't be regulating what the kids watch. It should be the parents.
Right. Exactly. So.
If Doctor Who wants to go all blood and guts, let it go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, loads of swearing, violence.
Yeah.
You know.
If Doctor Who wants the blood and guts, suss it.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
they
was
could-
actually at its best, Doctor
Does
Who
it?
and violence. The Hinchcliffe era.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I hope you use the studio there, nerd, for your Nerdtopia and your shows.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet. It's just
You gotta
kind of
use it, man. If you have the tools, just use it.
It's just sitting here. I got my big light here. That's just like really bright.
Make a freaking movie there. Crying out loud. Got all this stuff.
I got it mirrored.
Bro, we did like 4 podcasts together tonight. I think we broke the record.
I've been sitting here all day just doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
it?
glad to have you back. So now you're back till March at least.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice to be back in the forefront.
Yeah.
I just gotta figure this camera out.
Alright, so it's getting late though. We are gonna get going because I gotta go to bed. But Modern Age Nerd, thank you very much, bro, for coming back. Alright, Hayden? Awesome. Charlie, thank you. Connor, Gloria. And bless you, and I'm going to sleep. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright? Take care, bye for now.